Crazy day, 28th of February 2026. What's happening, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's not a beautiful day. Thank you very much for stopping. Not a beautiful day. The United States of America just struck Iran in cooperation with Israel. This is crazy. This is unprecedented. Nobody expected this. America spoke about it. Donald Trump warned about this, but nobody really thought this could possibly happen and be materialized. Yes, the US, in conjunction with Israel, have struck Iran effectively. They have bombarded all across the countries in different provinces, different places, creating mayhem. And the crazy thing is, Iran has retaliated in some of the biggest manners possible, hitting a few countries across the region, targeting the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, and many other places. So this is absolutely crazy. Nobody expected this, and this is something we need to talk about. What's happening again? I hope you're doing good. It's not a beautiful day. It is not. We need to know exactly what's happening. Is Donald Trump supported by his people? Question mark. How do the Europeans feel about the situation? They're not happy. The Europeans have reacted. Firstly, they've distanced themselves from the situation. They say they're not involved in this attack. They are not prepared to get engaged in this attack. Number two, they have condemned Iran for retaliating. So, what happened first? What first happened? Thank you very much for the people that cheer. I see you, I support you, I appreciate you. What we know happened was Israel went through Iran, targeting missile system defense, destroying all these capacities of Iran across the provinces. After Israel struck, USS carriers followed through with Tomahawk missiles. This is what we know. After they followed up with Tomahawk missiles, this time around it was different. Donald Trump came on TV to express himself. That is when he made his speech. I think some of you have seen the speech. For those of you who are watching us here, you're going to see the speech right now. You put the B-roll. Number two, after Donald Trump expressing himself, saying that they've engaged into an operation in Iran looking to destroy, target basically people in Iran, target what he calls dangerous groups of people, and also possibly regime change. Iran retaliated. Now, what we know as well is we now know what's happened during this attack. There was two groups of people, the Americans and the Israelis. The Americans did very specific things, while Israelis did very specific things. What did the Israeli do? The Israeli targeted Iran positioning of the leaders because they have extensive knowledge of Iran. They targeted all the areas where they believe the leaders of Iran were living. So they targeted the supreme leader, the religious ruler of Iran, domiciles and residency. They targeted some of the military heads and some of the commanders of Iran. The Americans targeted defense system and military base with Tomahawk missiles. Now, Iran has not waited too long. The last time they were struck, they waited a couple of days before they did the retaliation. This time around, it took them a few hours only. Okay? Iran has struck many, many places. They've hit Israel with barrage that were aiming at the central Israel. They hit Bahrain at the U.S. Center Command, Navy 5th Fleet. So Iran has really targeted U.S. spots in the region. So Iran is not necessarily bombarding these countries blindfolded. They are targeting U.S. assets in these areas. Qatar has been hit. UAE has been hit. Kuwait has been hit. Jordan and Saudi Arabia has been bombarded by Iran. So Iran is doing very systematically what they promised to do in case of an attack from the United States of America. So what's happening right now? Another status, the Strait of Hormuz has been blocked. It is officially blocked. The Iran Revolutionary Guard has issued a radio warning that no ship are currently permitted to pass through this vital oil waterway. So for those of you who don't know, the Strait of Hormuz is a very, very important place because the great majority of petroleum and oil of the world goes through this Strait of Hormuz. And what does this mean? How does it translate to you and I? It means the price of oil and petrol and gasoline is going to go high. And if you don't understand what that means, If the price of oil or gas, like you say in America, goes up, the prices of everything goes up. We're talking about foods, clothes, machinery, everything. Why it goes up? Because all of those stuff need to be moved with a truck, by a truck, with a boat, or anything else that needs gasoline. So right now, there's an official condemnation across the world. The Europeans have condemned. Who have they condemned? Trump or Iran? Obviously, they've condemned Iran. Okay, on a joint statement, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, French President Emmanuel Macron, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz focus on criticism on Iran. Okay, on Iran retaliatory strike across the Middle East. They didn't condemn what Donald Trump and the Israelis have done. They have condemned what Iran has done by hitting all these countries. They've condemned Iran on the strongest term. They condemn missiles attack on the neighboring countries, including Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, calling them indiscriminate military strikes. How do you react when you get attacked? How do you respond when you get hit at the deepest level? Iran has accused Israel and the United States of America of targeting schools. They've shown pictures and videos of a school claiming that 41 children have been killed by this strike. Okay, now the nuclear missile demands, what are they fighting for right now? They're basically fighting for nuclear capacity. Iran has been developing or basically enriching uranium to 60% as we speak right now. Now, basically, you need about 91% enrichment for you to be talking about weapon-grade uranium. And the United States of America and Israel do not want Iran to have any sort of nuclear weapon or capacity at all. But it doesn't end there. Iran also has ballistic missiles capabilities they have developed over the years. The United States of America and Israel do not want Iran to have that. Why? Because at the last attack by the US on Iran, where they were supported by Israel, even though they destroyed the Iran capacity to the air, Iran was very much capable of responding using ballistic missiles. The last time you saw Iran hit Israel many times, destroying Tel Aviv and many other places using ballistic missiles. And this time around, America and Israel feel like it's not just going to be about nuclear weapons. We are going to make sure Iran doesn't have ballistic missiles at all, because as time goes, they are developing, getting the knowledge and the capability to now be able to actually strike intercontinentally, basically hitting America on the other side of the world. So better stop it right now. Donald Trump expressed himself. He painted this as a preemptive strike. So hitting before Iran actually hits you back. In other words, we are going to make sure we disable them before they even get any idea of doing anything that is going to be detrimental to us. Even though we are the one pushing forward, asking them not to have nuclear weapons or ballistic missiles, we are going to bomb them first as a preemptive measure. Other people will call it provocation. Trump called it preemptive measure. He also say that the United States of America should be ready, for casualty. They have made a thorough research to make sure they're going to protect a maximum of American soldiers. However, this is war. Trump said this is war. So it means you must be ready for anything. There's a possibility that your children, your sons may get hit during this war that is clearly not very necessary, at least for the rest of the world. The European countries have distanced themselves from the strike. They don't want to be involved. They say they are not involved in a strike that is orchestrated by Trump and Israel. They are not involved. They were not part of it. They did not agree to it. They are not involved in the situation. They just wanted to make it clear. Was this a signal because we know Iran is capable of hitting Europe right now with ballistic missiles? Was it a way to protect themselves, to avoid what's happening to the UAE and Saudi Arabia? Or was it perhaps a trick up the sleeve against Iran? On the other hand, like I said earlier, France, UK, and Germany condemned Iran for retaliatory measures, saying it is indiscriminate strike against military target. Number 3, the UK, even though they've distanced themselves from this strike by the United States of America and Israel, they have sent fighter jets across the air in the Middle East with the goal of stopping and destroying Iran ballistic missiles and drones. Now, how can you say you distance yourself from a situation if on the other hand you are actually participating by downing Iran's weapons? You can only say you are not participant if you don't take part, you don't get involved. Now, the UK say they are protecting allies. They are making sure that their partners in the region are not touched by Iran's attack. But the attack by Israel and Donald Trump has absolutely nothing to do with them. So now what's going to happen? Basically, what we said earlier here is that the United States of America and Israel have split the task in Iran because Israel knows thoroughly what Iran is like and the situation physically of leaders in Iran. They've been targeting these leaders. So in simple English, Israel has been targeting, trying to kill the leaders in Iran by destroying their location. We know that the supreme leader for the past couple of weeks have been underground. Has he been touched? We don't know. We also know that the United States of America was targeting military base using Tomahawk missiles from the sea. The missile came from the carriers all the way to Iran. We also know that Iran and Israel don't have a border. There's an entire country or countries between them. So missiles coming from Iran to Israel take about 12 minutes to reach their destination. Now, the first time they hit Israel, the last time there was in a four-way war, it was drastic for Israel. But this time around, Israel is much better prepared. They have American carriers right by Israel that is helping down most of the drones and the ballistic missiles that are being shot into Israel. That's what it is, fellas. We're going to keep you posted. I know this is unprecedented. This is crazy. There's lots of things happening right now. Iran is getting ready to, shoot again. And what we can tell from this is the United States of America is not prepared to send men on the ground. But Donald Trump expressed himself same as Benjamin Netanyahu. What we seem to understand is the idea is we are bombarding Iran, but we expect you, the people, because they addressed the people of Iran in both of their speech saying, this is a great opportunity for you to change regime. This is a great opportunity for you to actually take the end and the future of your nation. So what we understand is happening right now. They're trying to target, specific target in Iran and also allow the people of Iran to make their own choices. Will the people of Iran stand against the government? Question mark. What if the people of Iran do not stand against the government? What's going to happen? Will America really be able to destroy the nuclear facilities of Iran by striking this way? Because the last time they did it, Donald Trump said we obliterated their capacity. But then a few weeks later, he also said that they had to go back and obliterate again. So that meant that they did not obliterate the very first time. Are they going to be able to obliterate this time around? Or is it still going to be the same story over and over? Will Iran hit Israel in the highest way possible? Or are they taking it step by step by step? As we are speaking right now, it's still continuing. We're going to give you an update as soon as possible. Thank you very much for being faithful to us. We appreciate you. This is crazy stuff happening across the world. Iran doesn't have the right to defend itself. Is Iran defending itself, or is the Iran the oppression in this situation? Let me know how you feel about this. It's always a great pleasure. I'm going to see you again very, very soon with more updates. God bless.